Republicans in Congress reverse cap on banking overdraft fees, reversing them from $5 back up to $35 where they were previously. Okay, so the party of the working class is back at it again. Let's put this up on the screen here. This is from More Perfect Union. From a post from last December is when the Biden administration put in a new federal rule from the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which capped overdraft fees at $5. The typical fee now is $35. This rule will limit banks to $5 or the amount that covers their costs and losses. This change is estimated to save American consumers $5 billion annually. So obviously, the Republicans, the party of the working class who's going to make things cheaper for everyone, who's here to make sure that you are getting more of your money, they had to come in and be like, no, not really. Actually, we're going to get rid of all of that. Who is asking for this? Probably the banks. Let's put this up on the screen here. This is from the Rolling Stones, how Republicans vote to let banks screw over the working Americans. Accurate title here. Commercial banks donated $23.9 million to Republicans last year. And today, Republicans voted to end the cap on overdraft fees. This is what corruption looks like. And you know what? Here's the thing, right? Because especially recently, I've had a lot of conservative folks, pro-Republican folks, that they come on to this channel, they see the name Independent Thought, and they immediately think they're about to get another, I guess, version of conservative talk radio, which if you really want that, this is not the channel for you. There's thousands of other channels here on this app that can give you the, I guess, the fawning of the billionaire class that you're looking for, the undying, adulation of Donald Trump and everything that he says every single day. That's not what you're going to get here because the truth is that Donald Trump and the Republican Party want nothing more than to consolidate power amongst the powerful, and they want to continue to squeeze everyone else for every service that we get, for every increase in pay that we get. It is just a continual wealth transfer from the least fortunate to the people who need it the absolute least. And so I just cannot conceptualize how there are still so many people who claim to be intellectuals, who can watch this happen in real time and be like, nah, bro, Donald Trump's still my guy. Like, come on now. And also, there's going to be a lot of people who, when they see stories like this, their first reaction is, well, hey, if you just didn't overdraft your account, there wouldn't be a problem here. It's like, listen, dude who makes, 45K a year, like you're two, paychecks away from being homeless. You're never actually going to be a billionaire. Will you stop simping for these people? And if you think that this is actually just about being financially responsible, fiscally responsible, ask yourself, what do corporations do when they're not fiscally responsible? What do? They get bailed out by the government. Does that ever happen to you? Have you ever gotten bailed out by the government? No. So like just try to recognize that this should be less of a left-right issue and more of a top-down issue, or really a bottom 99% issue versus the top 1% issue. But unfortunately, too many people in our country seem to be, taking the side of the billionaires, even though they'll never be anywhere close to them. You're always going to be with the rest of us, yet still fighting on their behalf. So here's Elizabeth Warren. Put this up on the screen here. Her talking about how Republicans in the Senate voted tonight while no one is watching to fatten Wall Street pockets or profits by jacking up overdraft fees on you. So much for lowering costs. And look here, the hypocrisy really just doesn't end with these people. This is the party that said that if we were in power, there wouldn't be more wars. Okay. Trump has gotten into office and now he is threatening to bomb Iran. He is threatening to put troops in Gaza. He's already struck Yemen. He's already struck Somalia. He's threatening to take over Greenland, Canada, the Panama Canal. No, this is not the party that's anti-war. This is not a party of due process after they were sitting there talking about how unjust it was for the Department of Justice to go after Trump, weaponizing the Department of Justice that way. These are the same people who are now going through and just like disappearing people out of our country for whatever they feel like. Supreme Court just came out just recently and said that Trump has the ability to, without any due process at all, take people and deport them to El Salvadorian prisons. I mean, come on now. The party of free speech, they're going out of their way to censor everything humanly imaginable. Anything that does not agree with their ideology, they want to censor it. Okay, so the body, they were sitting there talking about how they wanted bodily autonomy during the time of the vaccination mandates. And now they're going over out here just like getting rid of every single, abortion access law that you can think of. Anytime that the Republican Party has the ability to flip-flop on an issue in order to further their agenda, they do it. The end. So when they say that they're the party of the working class, they're going to make America great again. They're not going to make America great again unless by great they mean that they're going to make it great for wealthy people continuously. They're not making it great for the rest of us. I mean, who really asked for this? It's a question I ask over and over again. Put this up on the screen here. This from John Collins asked a very simple question. Who is asking for this? I mean, who actually thinks that this is going to benefit our lives? I have a really simple philosophy. The government should be doing everything in its power to making lives better for all of us. All of our lives should have a positive net outcome from the actions that they are taking. There is no positive net outcome for people who are struggling all over the place to all of a sudden be hit with these overdraft fees. The banks make enough money. Look at every single city you've ever been in. What is the tallest building in that city? What is it? Is it a bank building? It probably is. In every city in this damn country, these people have plenty of money, okay? You shouldn't have to be hit with a $35 charge if you go overdraft your account by $1.39. That's bullshit. So, as far as I'm concerned, I saw this on Threads a couple days ago. I'm going to put this up here. It's from Nina Turner, talking about how overdraft fees were created in 1990. We should abolish them. We can live without them. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's abolish overdraft fees. We do not need it. I would love to get in front of people who are running for office and ask them to advocate for this. The corporations have enough money. They have enough of our money. We should be focusing on policies that actually help the rest of us get out of underneath the crippling, just complete corporate takeover that we have of this country. Thank you for watching this video of independent thought. If you liked the conversation, please go ahead and give the video itself a like, and be sure to subscribe for future episodes on